Well, someone would think that with interest rates rising, that home prices would fall, especially here in Phoenix, Arizona. But it just blows my mind that we're not seeing the price drops that we should be seeing in this market, especially with the Fed just increasing the rate 0.25% just yesterday as I shoot this video. And having some listings that were active for sale, especially in the luxury market, I was a little scared. I was like, man, is this luxury listing going to sell? But being able to get it under contract in like 24 days, it just blew my mind. Now, I consider myself a very, very great agent because of my marketing skills and being able to write copy, attract the right buyers, and promote it with Facebook ads and YouTube ads and video marketing, etc. But still, with the market and the rates on where they're at, I was actually pretty shocked at what I'm looking at in as far as the market and helping my clients is the price of homes have not been reduced or have not gone down as much as I thought it would. But instead of me just here looking at you in the camera and just telling you, let me go show you some data. So as you know, the federal government has been increasing the federal funds rate. Now, it doesn't tie into mortgage rates, but it has had an effect on the interest rates as far as mortgages. And what I want to show you here is this is a free website called Mortgage News Daily. Okay, if you go to mortgagenewsdaily.com, click on the 30-year fixed rate, it'll tell you exactly what's been happening here. But as you can see, I'm going to take you back 5 years from now. At the very bottom, look, we were at 2.8% as the Fed has came in to kind of stop inflation, get the economy under control. We have increased rates to the highest peak of 7.37%, and now we are at about 6.42%. Now, this is a great website if you're searching to buy a house, an investment home, first-time home buyer, whatever it is. I use this site all the time when I'm talking to my clients via Zoom and a meeting. So I suggest you go check out this website, Mortgage News Daily. I'm not an affiliate of it, so just go check it out for yourself. And also, with these rates, you would think that the housing market would slow down here in Phoenix, Arizona, but that's just not the case. I mean, we still have very, very low supply, very, very high demand. And yes, the buyers are scarce, but you got to think about what's going on. Is a true seller going to sell at a rate when they were at 2 to 4% to come back into the market and buy at 7%? It just doesn't make any sense as a seller unless they have outgrown the space, they truly need to upgrade, they truly need to downgrade, or they're leaving the state. And when I'm looking at inventory for my buyers, even my clients are saying, Victor, these homes need a lot of work. There's not really any great product over there outside, if you're not above at least 600,000. And I tell them like, yeah, that's what's going on here. There's a lot of properties on the market that are less than $500,000, but they need a lot of work. And we're talking close to $50,000 to $100,000 of work. So you would think that prices would decline here in Phoenix, Arizona, just because of the chart I just showed you of interest rates. But you got to really have the whole entire impact of what's happening with supply, demand, the location, the zip code, where you want to buy, where you want to move, because product is pretty scarce right now. So you're probably saying, hey, Victor, prices have gone down. They're going to continue to go down. You're just trying to sell us to help you, to make me buy a house or make me sell a house. Well, you know what? I'm a firm believer of telling the truth on this channel. I'm a firm believer of data. It's just my background working in engineering for so long. And some of y'all know is I worked for Intel for 16 years. So we were very, very data driven. That's kind of how I run my business, my investment business, and any property that I'm buying. It's very, very data driven as far as rents, cap rates, cash flow, interest rates, debt to income, whatever it's going to be. So I want to show you this chart so you can actually really see like how prices have gone down, how they have actually balanced, and then how they are trending up. Because looking at this chart myself, I was a little shocked myself. But I want to take you back to 2008. Now, back in 2008, that's exactly when I grabbed my real estate license, because we were fixing and flipping properties and we couldn't pay the 6% real estate fees anymore. We had to save some money when that market crashed and when it came back up. Okay, so this is the very bottom of 2008, where you can purchase a house at $145,000. Now, as you can see this chart, this is 2019, where I'm taking you back. So I took you back all the way to the market crash of 2008, started back in 2019, and look at this chart, how it has gone all the way up. And we had peaked in May of 2022 at 515,000. Now, interest rates have changed as well. They have gone up, and prices did come down a little bit, and people were saying, screaming, the crash, the crash, the crash. Well, this is the crash right here. This is your crash right here, from 515 all the way down to 440. Now look at this. It had balanced out. It had gone up to 440,000, came back down, and now we are back up at 449,000 as of March of 2023. Now, of course, a lot of things can happen here with the real estate market, especially with the Fed in their hands in the cookie jar, raising these interest rates. But after the meeting and reading all the notes and listening to what Powell had to say, is he's going in a different direction now. Now we're thinking that he's going to cut rates like in June 2023 and cut them, because inflation is going down, but it's not going down as fast as they thought it would be. I mean, they're trying to get to 2% inflation rate. They're going to have to actually do some other policies here to get that under control. Now, housing is very, very difficult to afford here in Phoenix, Arizona, especially for the locals, because your income is not rising to afford a house, and plus the rates. So something's going to have to give. Now, as far as foreclosures, as people saying foreclosures, we don't have that little problem or big problem like 2008. And let me show you that data. So many people are saying that people can't afford anymore their house payment. They're heading into foreclosure. But here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I get it. People are having a hard time. Heck, everything has gone up as far as eggs, milk, bread, gas, whatever they may be. I mean, we've seen it in our household, and we have had to cut back. I'm just being honest. We have had to cut back on a lot of stuff. Okay. Now, here is the foreclosure data that I wanted to show you from the Crawford report. Now, as you can see here, back in 2009, we had 10,558 notices of trust deed sale by the month. Now, this is the monthly data, meaning that you're a homeowner. The bank has gave you notice that in 90 days you must vacate your house. Your property is going to be foreclosed on. Well, that was the heights of the market, of the crash. You can see the chart has gone, it went up in 2008. This was the peak of 2009, and then it started coming back down. Okay. And we have noticed a steady downward trend of foreclosure data. A little increase here at what was that? That was 427 notices. But of March of 2023, only 25 notices. So when people were telling me like, hey, what about all the foreclosures, the wave of foreclosures that are going to happen? The data is showing me right there, and I'm showing it to you. Let me see if I can get it up there. There you go. You couldn't see it. That was the problem. Let me zoom out. My fault. There we go. Right here at the very bottom, right here. 25 notices of March of 2023 is where we are at as far as foreclosure data. Okay. And you can see it's very, very low. So when people are telling me that, hey, Victor, we're going to see a massive amount of foreclosures, okay, just because of the economy, of everything going up, people are not being able to pay the bills. We're just not seeing that here in Arizona. And this is one reason why prices are not decreasing here in Phoenix, Arizona, is because when you have more foreclosures, of course, prices will go down. We're not seeing that. Reason number two is sellers who need to sell are going to sell, but the people who don't need to sell and are at a great interest rate, they are not selling. They don't want to come back in the market and buy at 6 to 7% and get a smaller house. Okay, get a house that they need to put money in to fix up. So that's why we're not seeing a lot of supply. Okay, permits are down as far as new construction, meaning that they're not putting enough housing as far as the demand here in Phoenix at a certain price point. Okay, so if you're looking to purchase a house right now, you really are going to have to go all in on yourself to say like, hey, you know what? I'll buy now. Rates they'll decrease in the future. We'll refinance later, but it has to be affordable for you. I totally get it. It has to be affordable for you. And if you're a seller looking to sell, you really need to make that tough decision like, hey, is this the right time for me to sell? Because I'm coming in to buy. I will have to refinance later. And the type of house that I'm going to get today might not be the house that I have right now. And I got to be okay with that. So that's the whole reason why prices are not declining here in Phoenix, Arizona, is because of supply and demand. Interest rates, yes, are high. Buyers are scarce, but we're still selling a lot of homes here in Phoenix, Arizona. So that's kind of like what's going on here in Phoenix. So if you're really thinking about purchasing a house, it's always a good time to invest in real estate. That's my motto is buy real estate and wait. Never wait to buy real estate because it always goes up, as you can see by the charts I showed you. Listings are very, very scarce under a certain price range. If you're in the luxury market, you have a lot more options. We're seeing a lot more buyers. Actually, I'm seeing a lot more of my clients' buyers that have 20 to 30 to 40% down. People who own businesses, who run their own business, who are looking to relocate from California. I just had a Zoom call from some clients from Ireland, from Dublin, Ireland. Shout out to Gavin and Michelle. They're making their way to work at TSMC in up North Phoenix. So they're actually working on their visas, getting their passports, etc., and making their way over here to TSMC. So that's kind of what's happening here as far as my clients. Got my luxury listing under contract in 21 days, closing in April. Had my listing over there in close to North Phoenix. Got that one under contract in 14 days, sold in 30 days. Got a buyer under contract in Buckeye in a nice property, a great discount. It was a fix and flip. The seller actually bought it to fix and flip, got caught on this market when rates went up, and now they can't sell for the price they want. They're probably going to take a loss. We came in and we negotiated a real good contract. So that's the kind of clients who I'm working with right now. So it's still possible to purchase a house. You just got to work with the right team, the right lender, and make sure you know the data and come in strong with your offer. And some of these listings are getting multiple offers. If it's a nice house, a nice location, looks good, feels good, smells good, it's in a great school district, you're probably going to get multiple offers if you're selling your house. So that's all I have for you for today on why prices haven't dropped. And this is what I am seeing as far as the data, the charts, and looking at real estate every day. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you have not done so, smash that subscribe button, that bell to get notified once I drop the latest video. I'm just bringing you all the truth about Phoenix real estate here. And once again, all my information is below. Victor Huerta. We'll see you on the next video.